900 yards up in this, watch me muck that video, watch me muck that 900 yards. What's up, everyone? This episode of Atlanta was surely a pair of Nike miracles. Last episode, we were having a grit at Chocolate Studios with Van and Lottie. This week, we are living life like a movie with a Uzi and a jacuzzi with the boys. But first, let me say thank you once again to everyone who has recently subscribed. I can't believe we are at 12,000 subscribers, and also let me say an extra thank you to everyone who has been engaging with the live streams and reactions. I have been having so much fun with them. The stream for this episode even featured the amazing Elliot from Movie Files, and then we did another stream with Keith Holiday, who features in this actual episode. Keith talked about his experience on the show, and I'll get to that later in the video. All I ever wanted to do was muck, and we are mucking. So like and subscribe and spread the muck, you know what I mean? But for now, let's get into the episode. Episode 6, Crank That Killer, starts us off with the guys hanging out in Al's new bougie living quarters. He's struggling with the remote because it's not voice activated, and obviously Al is too rich for that bullshit.
It's a regular goddamn remote.
Man, I told you what you need to do. You need to cut all of that off.
I ain't no hipster living with his sister's girlfriend's cousin picking boysenberries or some shit, nigga. I'm rich.
I find it hilarious how Al is just a grumpy old unk when he's in front of the TV. Also, the fact that Al is so invested in the news, considering what he said in season 1 on the legendary band episode.
What can't you stream?
You know, man, like shit like the news.
Huh?
The news,
This
my
nigga
nigga?
said
Are you
the
80
news.
years old?
Yeah, the news. Yeah, I watch that. I want to stay informed and shit. No. Rap is chickens coming home to roost. Look, my life is messed up from y'all did, okay? That's black news. You can look that up.
Well, your news is problematic.
Bitch, that ain't my fault.
Again, I'm kind of surprised that Al is a CNN fan, but it makes sense because CNN is also headquartered in Atlanta.
That's why I watch CNN.
Ain't seeing in that place where you take your kids to play in the fountain?
Darius is over here making a crack or chicken skin sandwich. Can't be too sure when it comes to Darius, to be honest. Ern lists off some places he gets his news, leading us to the catalyst to this episode. There's someone going around murdering anyone that made a Crank That video. Of course, we are talking about Soulja Boy's Crank That Superman and its many derivatives. The Crank That era of 2007 was truly a phenomenon.
Manny like, He got a knife.
For now, Darius and Ern are sitting easy because they never made a Crank That video, but we can see that Alfred is looking into the middle distance concerned, so we already know that he was in that. So Al is showing the guys his Crank That Jimmy Neutron video. And okay, so we know that Al made a Crank That video and it was posted to his channel, and this motherfucker only has 12 subscribers. He should have been cranking that 900 yards, you know what I'm saying? In the suggested video section, we can see that Montague is still doing his thing online.
You hate women. What?
And so is Ahmed White.
My name is Ahmad White. You may know me from your dreams. Call this number below and get the answers you deserve.
In the video, they are cranking that Jimmy Neutron in front of Al's old car. Side mirror is still attached, of course. But the good thing is that the video only has 25 views and 0 comments. So Al should be good, right?
Gotta be real with you, even I don't like this.
Now, after watching the video, Ern goes into manager mode, looking like he's about to call Susan herself. Darius is trying to spin it like it's just a cultural thing, and it's really beautiful when you take a look at it.
You know, when you look deeper into it, spiritually, it's a little deeper than it seems. Our roots deal with dance. And
No, you don't gotta do that. This is bad.
From here, we get one of the most creative Atlanta title cards implanted into the 480p video. And it's really cool because it wasn't there in the beginning. We cut back to the boys in the studio with Al finishing a track in record time. I guess that writer's block from season 3 is completely over with. Ern is mad that he can't get his hands on the latest sneaker drop.
Why is it so hard to get sneakers nowadays? Like, me and Darius trying to get these Nike miracles, man. This shit sold out in like 30 seconds.
And we can see that Al likes to watch Solar Opposites in the studio. A studio rep drops in to let Al know that some guy named Doug wants to pop in and say what's up. That's actually his rap name, fully some guy named Doug. And Al doesn't want to work with him or even give him the opportunity to collaborate together by any means necessary.
He's a rapper, some guy named Doug. He always trying to get me on the track with his ass and shit.
When SGND walks in, we already know who this is. It's gotta be Chance, right? He's just too nice.
We should get on the song together.
And the system just crashed.
Wow, really? What you been working on? Play me some.
Beakers busted too, man.
Oh, you could just email it to me.
And the motherfucking Wi-Fi down too.
And I'm also feeling like some guy named Doug is the new Clark County.
I flex on a bitch like, I just got a chat like.
So when Al is stepping out of the studio, he's checking on the video and something strange is happening because not only does the video have 2 more views and someone with an A as their avatar posted a comment with a skull and crossbones, the channel name has changed from Alfred Miles to J Berg. I feel like this is intentional because they could easily fix this type of continuity error in post. So what is going on here? So we now get a kind of classic slice of life scene from a side character. Meet Roberto. He's just a dude working in a dead-end job being supported by his movie star looking girlfriend and is just waiting for his moment to prove himself. Roberto has big dreams. I know a lot of people listen to my videos instead of watching, so I'll just say it. This is Earn 2.0. I mean, they even introduced his character like Earn with his musical cue being diegetic, but I love how he pitches the idea of how Big Sean met Kanye in 2005.
You know, I support your rap career and everything. Maybe it's time you thought about getting a real job.
Remember how I told you about how Big Sean got discovered?
You said you rapped for Kanye outside of a radio station or something.
All I need is one opportunity, and I'm gonna be prepared for when that moment comes. Just have faith.
Kanye was reluctant but gave him 16 bars. Big Sean left Kanye his demo tape and 2 years later West signed him to Good Music. So I think that's funny because even if you meet your idols, that doesn't really guarantee you an opportunity to make it big. Despite what Chance says, even if you meet Kanye West, you still have an extremely high chance of failure.
I met Kanye West, I'm never going to fail.
Shit, as of late, Kanye has a high chance of failure. Holy shit, guys. Between the time I wrote this script and started to edit it, Kanye has completely gone off the rails.
Nazi, you don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
I see good things about Hitler also.
Like, goddamn. Anyway, back to the video. Roberto instills some confidence in his GF and gets to work at the mall. Coincidentally, this is also when Darius and Earn are also arriving at the mall to meet with the shoe man.
He is but a man with many shoes. Neighborhood knows him as Shoe Man. So he's kind of like Sock Man, except for shoes.
Yeah, but Sock Man had an actual store. This is a vein.
Earn is skeptical because you really can't find these shoes anywhere, but come to find out this guy has a pair for both of them. But the boys are going to have to pay the ultimate price.
These legit?
Yeah, they real. That's why they call me the shoe man.
How much?
Nothing really. Just let me see you 2 kiss.
Really?
Sorry?
I was completely taken aback when he said that shit to the guys. Darius is already leaning in when Earn is like, no fucking way.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. How much for the shoes, man? How much money do you want?
I don't need money, man. Everybody got money. Let me see y'all 2 kiss in the back seat.
All right.
So Earn is going to need to think this over.
You need to look at him again.
We cut back to Al chilling at the crib and we get a nice little Easter egg on his Twitter feed. Justin Bieber from season 1 has come out as bi.
Hey, you're that nigga that blew the other nigga's brains out. Cool.
Also, we have a trending hashtag mermaids are white, and it's so funny that this was included in the show because recently we all know that Halle Bailey has been cast as Ariel in the Little Mermaid live action remake, and the backlash has been ridiculous, or shall I say blacklash. Atlanta has a funny way of hitting these marks. Clearly they would have written in this joke when people got mad about her being cast in 2019, but then this episode also drops around the time of the trailer coming out that got people even more mad and reinvigorated the outrage from the mermaids are white purists. I don't know what to call these people that are mad about it.
Now everything is mostly the same in the remake as always. It's like shot for shot exactly the same, except that the Little Mermaid herself, a pale redhead in the cartoon version, has been recast as a black woman, though still with red hair somehow.
But Al sees another headline about the Crankdad killer striking again, making him concerned enough to make a call to Soulja Boy himself.
Got a dumbass question, man.
Yeah, what up?
You heard anything about this Crankdad killer stuff?
Are you serious? Of course I have.
I got more crank that content on the internet than anyone. Too much to count. I basically invented YouTube.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, this episode is already so dense, but I love how Soulja Boy claims to have basically created YouTube, because we cannot downplay the influence Soulja had on the industry in 2007. Soulja self-produced Crankdad, and the video dropped on YouTube, causing a complete frenzy for everyone to learn the dance and get it right and come up with their own spin-off dances. There's this article that says there's over 23 dances, but I'm sure that there are many more than that. So let's consider Soulja Boy Boy's influence, because by no means is he the first one to have like a dance craze, but he is basically the first one to do that on an online platform. And if you think about TikTok's virality, TikTok crazes go for about a week. Their half-life is very short. But what Soulja was able to do was kind of be that first one to have a viral sensation that proliferated over the internet and caused a lot of people in the industry to really take a hard look at how they want to present themselves online. And then if we're going to talk about influence, what Soulja says here actually sets the tone for Al's remaining arc for the rest of the series.
If I was you, I'd be on the way to my safe for him right now.
What's a safe for him?
A form that's safe. If you don't got a safe for him, you good as dead. Like a good nigga, safe for him is there.
Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?
And I mean, the fact of having a safe farm, I mean, it makes sense. Having a little outpost or a place to go for when things get hot. Yeah, I think Al should definitely have one of those. And we'll be following up with that later in the season. So Al gets off the phone with Soulja and hears a mysterious sound upstairs.
Safe.
And I like that he just nopes out of there. No questions asked. He's not going to investigate shit, just leaves. Smart move, to be honest. But when we get back to the boys, they are still in the van considering this guy's offer.
So what's up, fellas? This kiss ain't gonna French itself?
French kiss? No, you didn't say that before.
I'm sorry, it's just an expression I'm trying out.
He says he wants an 8-minute kiss. Like, that's just awkward at this point. 8 minutes of kissing is going to lead to something, you know what I mean?
How long a kiss are we talking here?
8 minutes?
8 minutes?
Oh,
no,
come on,
man, come on.
Well, let's haggle then.
A peck on the lips.
What, you kissing your grandma? Nigga, please.
Earn is just not doing it off the principle, and yeah, I'm not a sneakerhead or anything, but the hype is real. I've seen people line up overnight to get a new drop, but I mean, these shoes are going for $10K.
Worth $10,000, man. I seen it online.
Then pay it.
Oh, I'm not gonna pay $10,000 for something I can get for $200. The principle of that.
Exactly. It's the principle.
But Darius invites the shoe man back in because he's just going to make the decision for Earn.
What do you mean you're not doing it, man? What am I supposed to do? Just kiss myself?
I think we're above this. I think you know I'm right.
I think we should do it. Hey, shoe man, 2 orders of Nike Miracles, please.
And coincidentally, this is when Al is also arriving at the mall, which is smart because if you're trying to avoid a killer, it's probably best to be in a public place and try to blend in. But this already backfires on Al because he's recognized basically immediately.
Paper boy?
How you know it was me?
The only famous people trying to blend in come in dressed like that. You're the only nigga in here with a hat with no logo on it. You know how hard it is to find a hat without a logo on it? That's Chris Evans.
This is funny because the Atlanta team didn't consider getting Chris Evans for this bit, but later Chris Evans on Twitter said that he would have done it. But this is also drawing parallels to episode 8 with Al's hat, making him more recognizable to people on the street, and the bartender actually calls the white Hennessy that he frequently gets a Chris Evans.
White Hennessy, neat.
2 Dirties, Blue Lagoon, and a Chris Evans.
We cut back to Roberto handing out free samples of bourbon chicken, and I gotta say, this is the funniest line in the episode, delivered by Keith Holiday.
Try our Bourbon Street chicken?
Nigga, everybody already knows what that tastes like.
And if you have not already, please go and check out that interview we did with Keith. He was telling us about his experience with the episode. It's really interesting to get Keith's perspective working on set and working with Hero. So Roberto's fellow food court worker tells him that Paperboy is in the building, and this is Roberto's Big Sean Kanye West moment. So he leaves her holding the tray.
You heard Paperboy here?
Where?
My homegirl Tiffany said his fat ass was getting a pretzel at Pretzel Maker.
This is it. I gotta go spit for him. Cover me.
Nigga, I work at Sbarro.
We cut back to Al chilling outside, and he's laughing at some kids making a TikTok. Again, just looking like an old head hating on the new generation, but at the same time, he may be laughing at the fact that these kids are making a dance trend video while he just got off the phone with the guy who made the original viral dance trend video. But this is when Al notices someone pull up in a Dodge Charger, and the dude gets out and definitely looks like quite the character with the out there clothes and haircut. But we will get to the significance of this guy's look later, because this is when the episode just goes off the rails. We see Al staring at the dude with concern, but when dude yells out to him, Al already knows what time it is.
Hey, boy!
Oh shit!
Al tries to blend into the environment, but dude is already on his trail, pulling a Spider-Man 3 and shit. Al is watching his back and perusing a kiosk selling tacky belts.
Can I see one of these digital display belt buckles, please?
I gotta be honest with you, last person I sold one of these to was a crackhead. Maybe you'll start a trend.
Things start popping off when Al notices the dude has a stick pointed right at him. And I mean, from here is Young Jock.
Meet me in the mall, it's going down.
Bullets are whizzing around the air as Al is ducking and weaving throughout the mall. And only to add to the craziness, we got some good guys with a gun. Nothing says America like a lady literally pulling out a gun from a baby stroller and starts busting back. Some other guys are at Al's side, charging in, and dude picks up a goddamn kid as a body shield, and this is Al's chance to run away. However, this is also Roberto's time to shine.
Hey, yo, my life's like a movie, my eyes are like a Uzi, jacuzzi. Nigga, get the fuck out of the way!
And oh my god, this moment will live in my head rent-free. The just incredibly crazy spectacle of a gunfight in full swing and a rando guy just starting to rap some of the weakest bars I have ever heard, only to be stiff-armed through some glass. Mwah, beautiful.
Hey, yo, my life's like a movie, my eyes are like a Uzi, jacuzzi. Nigga, get the fuck out of the way!
To be honest, I'll probably save Roberto's life because bystanders are definitely getting hit. We cut back to Ern and Darius in the van, and they have negotiated their kiss down to
3 seconds, right?
I have never been so on the edge of my seat. While Shoe Guy turns up some Jodeci and peers through the rearview mirror, Darius leans in and a reluctant Ern also leans in, and they actually kiss. Unfortunately for Shoe Guy, this is the exact moment Al is running out of the mall and he catches a stray from dude. Ern and Darius release with a little sound, and that was definitely longer than 3 seconds.
2 Nike Miracles, please. Oh.
But they release from their kiss only to realize that Shoe Guy is deceased in the front seat. Darius and Ern are completely shook and decide to just get their shoes and go.
So we're already implicated. What let me grab?
Okay, let's talk about this scene and let me go off on a little tangent about it because I just thought it was really funny that last season the popular fan theory was that there was something going on between Darius and Van, but this season we get Darius and Ern in a van. I know I'm late to the party for this episode, but this kiss has started quite a debate in the Atlanta community, and I kind of want to know what y'all think about it because for me, considering the shoes are going for $10K a pair, I'm with Darius on this one, and we both get a pair? Yeah, right. It's Young Jock.
Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down.
I'm not even going to wear the shoes, but shit, if they are going for 10K, watch me get 15. At the same time, Ern is also right. They are both grown and rich, so they don't have to worry about this trendy shit anymore. Keeping up with the trends is what got people hunted by the Skined'ed killer. And I also wanted to address the other divide that this scene has caused. I didn't realize that people were that homophobic. I've seen people in the comments saying that they now refuse to watch the show because of this kiss. In part, I think that this moment was also a commentary that it's not that big of a deal, because out of this whole crazy sequence, you're telling me that you're okay with the depiction of rampant gun violence and bystanders being murdered, but a kiss makes the show way too sinful for your precious eyes. It's the juxtaposition that makes it hilarious. We're seeing Al run for his life, but some of y'all would rather be in that life or death situation than see two dudes kiss. Weird. It's just really weird. I was just really surprised by that divide. But Al is at his last defense, and I swear dude has got the infinity clip cheat code because he's been busting for like 10 minutes straight and still letting them loose. But luckily for Al, some guy named Doug pulls up to the rescue.
Oh man, some guy named Doug, bro! Oh, you saved my life, man.
But it's all good, man. Don't even trip.
And now that Al says he owes him his life and knows he's not busy, he asks for a feature. So of course, Al has to capitulate.
I'm actually headed to the studio. Yo, we gotta get a song together today, man. It's fate, man. Come on, we gotta do it.
But isn't that wild? How the fuck did Doug know where Al was? Why is he so fucking chill?
Hey, what was you even doing out here, my nigga?
It was fate, I guess. Right place at the right time.
Hell yeah, man.
My theory is that Doug has been stalking Al. That noise we heard in the house, that was some guy named Doug.
One of these days, we gonna get on the song together.
Hey, man, I'm down.
All right, man, I'm gonna call you.
Hey, you text?
Okay, I'm gonna text you.
Yeah.
I got some new beats, too. Fire!
All right, yeah. I gotta get a new phone, nigga, like, immediately.
I would even go as far as saying that some guy named Doug is a bit too kind and decided to take things into his own hands.
Today's the day, and I just made a new beat this morning. Wanna hear it?
Some guy named Doug is systemically getting back at everyone who wouldn't give him a feature and hunting them. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about.
We finna go crazy in the studio, man. I can't wait. Got a song with people, boy. Can't wait, man. Yes. Got to be the song of the year. Let's get it.
We're at the end of the episode and we are back at Al's place with Ern and Darius. Al is tending to his plants and he's talking about getting a farm.
Nice, man. You actually, got a green thumb.
Yeah, man, you think? I was thinking about buying a farm, man.
I wonder why.
You know, like they say, like a good nigga, say farmers do.
But I also believe that these are the offspring plants of the plant that Blue Blood's wife gave him at the beginning of the season. But this is where the episode threw me through a loop because Darius tells Al that they found the Skined'ed killer. When Darius pulls up the mugshot, it's a completely different guy than anyone we've seen in this episode.
Man, he thick though. It's weird for a serial killer, but whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't the guy shooting at Al. So who was chasing Al and why? Apparently it was just someone Al had beef with in high school.
What'd you end up doing today?
Went to the mall, ran into a nigga I had beef with from high school.
Yeah, really? What happened?
I think that nigga's still mad, man.
And yeah, bro, you think? At first I thought maybe it was the old friend Al mentioned in season 3.
I used to date this girl in high school. My boy Pookie fucked her. Her name was Rose.
Yeah, Pookie stayed fucked up.
But nope, it goes farther back than that. All the way to season 1, episode 3, Al is at a bar when the bartender says that someone came by looking for him. This was the description the bartender gave.
But he was different. Shaved side of his head, pink jacket, and he wasn't a friend. Sitting in his car, one eye opened up. Dodge Challenger, 70s tan, cleaner than the Board of Health. I tell you, smoking a Swisher with no weed. Guy gave me the creeps.
That's our guy. But let me also insert another little rant here while we are talking about arbitrary reasons rappers die. Rest in peace, Takeoff of the Migos. When I heard about that situation with Takeoff and even a little less recently the murder of P&B Rock, I felt this strange melancholy.
What'd you call y'all group, man?
We the Migos. Yeah, the four Migos. We're inseparable.
Like I said before, Atlanta has this weird way of striking a nerve with me, and I can't help but make the comparison to this episode. I find both of their deaths as arbitrary and senseless as being taken out by a Skined'ed killer. And the more I stay in Chicago and hear about the going-ons of the drill scene, I really wish this shit would stop. Like, no joke, I wish motherfuckers would just carry swords or some shit and just handle their beef that way. But yeah, I'm ranting again. Al notices Darius's new sneakers, and you can see how Ern is so embarrassed and takes his feet off the table so Al doesn't talk about it. Al receives a message from some guy named Doug, and it's the new song they recorded, and I think everyone agrees with Darius.
Okay. Yeah, it's trash. How do I catch the rhythm on it? It's not really a rhythm.
Well, man, that's the thing. I don't really know.
It's more sound than music.
Yeah, it is, right?
The episode ends with the collab song, and it's hilarious because we can actually hear Al just do a disappointed sigh over the track.
Paperboy's in the studio right now.
Man, you holding your finger up, I don't know what the fuck. All right, yeah,
Sometimes I be feeling kinda lonely. Sometimes I be crying on my rollie.